KJ, thank you for the work that you're doing here, my brother, too. Thank you for bringing me and my wife out here and a lot of our friends as well. This is a big deal. Like, it's really a big deal, and you're a big deal. The work that you're doing online right now, you've always been a community organizer, but you're building a bigger community and making our community just that much more tighter. Thank you. So I'm gonna start off and just let people know, like, pretty much like hip hop got me here. Like, I'm a hip hop junkie, I'm a hip hop kid. I was born in '82, so I was growing up, crack era, Reagan, rap, hip hop, all that good stuff. So, but even with Bike to Power, like KJ said, this is inspired by hip hop as well, by itself. Just the name of the event, the fact that we have 16 slides, 16 bars, he doesn't stop, you know? But I feel the same way, and I feel like my wife is a writer, and there's a lot of metaphors that our life, that are through lines for our lives, you know? So thankful for hip hop and the struggle that it represented and what the revolution that we have, you know what I'm saying? Because the revolution won't be televised, it will be eaten one course at a time. You know what I'm saying? 1996 was like the golden era of hip hop for me, you know what I mean? Like, you had Nas, Jay, Outkast, Biggie, Pop, you know, and everybody was just like coming hard, and I just felt like nobody was missing at the time, you know? So I just felt like I wish I could contribute to this culture, to this industry, to this mindset one way or another. I just didn't know how at the time. But so in high school, I went and I joined my band. You know, I was playing instruments. I learned how to play the trumpet. So I went into I joined the band class, and like my birthday twin, Miles Davis, because I'm a Gemini, I was like, I gotta learn these horns, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm gonna learn this music, and I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get my my passions out and my art into the world. So I joined the band. But in my band class, there was a young man that was sitting in front of me in my section. His name was Elias, Muslim, devoted brother, strong about he was super serious. But what he used to do every week, he used to hand me over like stickers. So it'd be stickers from different hip hop acts. And I was like, wow, like, this is really cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is like giving me all these cool stickers. I must be important, you know what I mean? But it was like really dope arts. So it was like Wu-Tang Clan, Raekwon, things of that nature. So I'm like, the graphics are really cool, the quality is great, but I felt like I was supposed to be paying for them. I didn't feel like I was supposed to get them for free, you know? So I was really appreciative of that, you know what I'm saying? So Elias, I was telling him, I'm like, yo, where'd you get all of these like stickers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, how you get them? He was like, yo, I ain't gonna tell you. He was really extremely secretive about his stickers. I'm like, yo, it's like, it's the FBI agent or Secret Service or something, I don't know, but he was very secretive about the process. But nonetheless, he said, come with me after school one day, I'm gonna show you the sticker situation, and I'll let you meet the people who we need to meet, all right? So cool, so we go down to Flatbush, Ocean Avenue and Parkside. Anybody from Brooklyn? I did throw that in there. So we go down to this hallway, and it's like this little Resident Evil looking hallway, and it's like, we go there and it's like a labyrinth, like a rap labyrinth. It was just records and stickers and graffiti, and it was just like, I felt like I was in the rawest form of hip hop at that time. And I'm around a bunch of cats, and everybody's just young. Everybody's young, and everybody's excited, and I didn't know what was happening. Everybody's grilling me, you know, Brooklyn, they was trying to, what you wearing, what you got on, your sneakers and everything. So they grilling me. I didn't know I was getting initiated at the time, but I was getting initiated to a street team, and this street team was Loud Records street team. So now I'm down with Loud Records, and our sole responsibility was to make noise for these up-and-coming artists. So Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang, Raekwon, Iron Man, Big Pun, like we had a very integral part of their success. You know, the street team, we make the buzz for them, you know? So I took that, and I was like, all right, I had a love for the stickers, I had a love for the graphics and everything like that, and I started making t-shirts. I started making my own graphics. So with that, I started my own brand called Brooklyn Sky. I started that in college, and that helped me, get my confidence going. I opened up a store right in my neighborhood, across the street from where Aunts and Uncles is right now, and I was just selling my merch. But at the time, I wasn't making as much money as I should be making. I was only selling my t-shirts for like $25, $30, because all of my friends, and they all wanted discounts, so this worked out to be like $15, $20. So I created a different brand with a different name, and I told them, I didn't own this brand, it's $40, I don't know who's on it, there's no discounts. So I started this brand called DM, and with that, I was able to link with different artists, collaborate with Fabulous, DJ Khaled, Carmelo Anthony, Outkast, my dream band, many people along the way. One of my favorite collaborators, though, I want to say, she's not gonna like this, but it's my wife, Nicole, here. She's in the back. So what I learned, it was like, there was a direct correlation, like hip hop, the guerrilla marketing, getting the word out, making noise, being responsible for bringing people from the bottom, bring them up, let the voices be heard. So I started taking that, making those analogies. I'm like, all right, the music, there's something's going on here with the music, and I just started bringing it from the graphics to the t-shirts, and I was like, yo, how do I reach people even better than like t-shirts? What's more intimate than that? And decided with the food. The food is probably the most intimate way you could touch people's lives, right? I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, but my wife, she's from Canada. Her mom is from Toronto, may she rest in peace, and her dad is from St. Vincent, may he rest in peace as well. But my family is from St. Lucia. And as Caribbean people know, we have a lot of bad eating habits, and not by by choice, it was just a lot of tradition. So we try to figure out, like, how do we take the reins and try to figure out ways to, make food healthy, make it fun, but change the way we look at it a little bit. Just give it a remix, as you would say, right? So taking that little analogies, because I feel like hip hop did a great job as figure out, you have something that's familiar, sampling, taking something from the 70s, from the 60s, and bringing it to something new in the 90s and the 2000s so that you can have some relativity. It's familiar, it has a ring to it, so that's what we started doing with the dishes. So we did something called the Tivoli Taco. Shout out to anybody Jamaican in the building. Yeah. Boom. So we took the meat of the beef patty, but we did it with a plant-based meat. So we seasoned it like a beef patty, but then we put it on a Mexican taco, And then we also took the cauliflower and we turned it into a spicy peanut sauce roasted cauliflower. So it made it like a roast in a sense. So instead of like having a turkey at your Thanksgiving, you had like a cauliflower head at your Thanksgiving. We believe in something called the Blue Ocean Strategy, my wife and I. On Notion Avenue, we have a plant-based restaurant, but next door is a Haitian bakery called Immaculate Bakery. So my wife, we was trying to figure out how to make the Jamaican beef patty crust, couldn't figure it out. It was too hard. It was kind of like an empanada. It was this, it wasn't that. It was like, so I said, look, I went next door to Jean. I said, Jean, I need your help. I need you to make me some Haitian patties. But if anybody know Haitian patties, they probably put like a little teasing of meat in it. I'm like, yo, put the whole spoon. See the meat is coming out the patty. So we linked up with our next door neighbors and had them make the beef patty with our stuffing, and that just showed how we have collaboration in our community. So when the New York Times came, when Complex came, they come to us, but they also come to them as well too. We send people back and forth, keep the dollar circulating on the block. And that's why when people come to our corridor, they feel that energy. There's something going on in that corridor. So within that space on Notion Avenue, we figured out, all right, cool. People deserve to have good meals, good healthy food, but we had to trick them a little bit. We had to give them the flyest decor they could possibly have on Nostrand. A lot of people say when they come into Aunts and Uncles, it feels like a warm hug. It's like our little living room. Because when people think, West Indian and African American food, they think about, we make things do with what we have. So they expect a little Shake Shack, little shanty shack, whatever we could do, but nah, we flyer than that. So we brought as much vibes as we possibly could to Nostrand Avenue so that way people could feel like we care about you and you care about yourself. And you take care of yourself and you take care of your community, and that's what happens. So we've just been remixing dishes, remixing the vibes and making the vibes and creating the vibes and spreading the vibes and trying to inspire our community inside of Brooklyn and beyond. So as you can see, like inside of our store, we have books, cookbooks, we have merch, we have a full bar, we have coffee, tea, and it's a little bit more than just a restaurant. It's a creative space because my wife and I, as creatives, we could never found a space that we could just kind of like find home to, that spoke to us, that spoke to our aesthetics, spoke to our vibe. So making sure the playlist is always on point and the vibes are right, the food is good. So I want to just leave it off and just say, if you remix it right, you don't just make noise, you make history. So thank you.